Good morning, everybody. This is Missy Dunn from Abenity, and I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar. Today we're talking about engagement. Last month we did a big piece on the marketing gallery and how to use those tools. If you weren't able to attend that session last month, I'll go ahead and hit a couple of key things within our marketing gallery, just that kind of go along with our engagement conversation today. Additionally, for those of you who have just came on, we do have Mr. Bill Picha on the line. He is from US Bank. He has a wonderful engagement strategy, and we'd love to share that with you today. We do thank him very much for taking time out of his day to kind of communicate those things over. We'll get started looking at our marketing gallery, and of course, this is in your back office administration tool in the within your discount program. When you come back here, if you click on Marketing Gallery, it brings you over to the Getting Started area. Here we'll have things like internet postings, email and newsletter announcement text, as well as program flyers. So when you're talking about engagement, one of the biggest questions that I get asked pretty continuously is, Missy, what do you have on hand that we could send out to put in front of our members to make them aware of the discount program, or to entice them to go sign up for the discount program that we have for them? Program flyers are the #1 way that people like to do that, and we have two different ones to choose from. So one is shows a computer, and that'll pop up for you here, as well as the mobile device, and this login is a short URL that would be displayed. If you had a registration code, it would be displayed there again, and however you address your members would also, we create these using that information that you use to create your discount program. If you scroll down, it'll just talk a little bit about what's available. It's just very simplistic, but a lot of really neat stuff that kind of grabs the attention of your users. So we do have these flyers set up in your discount program. They are available for you. The other flyer includes entertainment. So it'll have, I'll just bring it up so that you can see it right quick here. Basically, this one's going to be more around attractions, entertainment, movies, concerts, things like that. So both of them are really fantastic. I have a lot of people who will use this flyer in the summer and then save the other one for the winter, or they send both of them out periodically. Whatever works for your organization or you think would be beneficial to your members, of course you could do so. Additionally, we have some other information under ongoing promotion. So if you wanted to watch some how-to videos or put login boxes on your website, this is a really good idea because it puts the login box right in front of your members. And you want to put it somewhere within your discount program that is very noticeable. It's right on the upfront so they know to go there. Now, if you wanted to create your own newsletters or your own marketing information, you can certainly do so under advanced customizations. And here we have a handful of logos along with the disclaimers that you can use for that. QR code generators, short URL generators, basically the short link generator. Basically what it does is it takes a really long link and it squashes it down into a small one. QR codes are super popular now. People love to be able to scan those and be taken over straight into the discount program. Using the discount program from a mobile device is probably key at this point. I don't want to take too much time, so I want to leave enough time for Mr. Bill to be able to talk to you and for us to answer questions. So I'm going to change over the presenter to Mr. Bill Picha from US Bank. He's located out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, one of my favorite states in the whole wide world. And I will be there to answer questions. So they won't open up the video audio for everybody to talk, but if you would use your questions box that you have, I can repeat those questions back to Bill.
Awesome. Rock on. All right. So like Missy said, my name is Bill Picha. I am in Human Resources for US Bank. I manage our Employee Perks Program here at the bank. When we partnered with Abenity, it's been a few years now, I think 2011, 2012, the first thing that we did was we had a whole bunch of perks that we've generated or discounts that we had sourced, and they're very popular amongst our employees. Our cell phone discounts, some of our electronics. You'll see on the screen here, we have a U.S. Bank exclusive tab that Missy just was able to create for us here a couple weeks ago. But you'll see some of these exclusive discounts that we have that are just for U.S. Bank employees. They actually don't expand all the way on Abenity site. Anyways, we have these exclusive discounts listed on our intranet site. And so when we partnered with Abenity, the first thing we did was move those off of our intranet site and move them onto Abenity's site. They're, like I said, very popular discounts amongst our employees. So it was we wanted a one-stop shop for any sort of discounts with merchants or partners that we have. And Abenity is our one-stop shop when it comes to those discounts. So that was the first thing we did, was move those discounts onto the Abenity site, really to try to drive additional traffic of our existing employees to the Abenity site. The next thing we did was include this in our new employee orientation. Now, it's not a lot. I mean, our new employee orientation it's quite intense. It's 4 hours long, and it's, you know, new employees sitting there and have all this information tossed at them. Our new employee orientation, though, we do give our new employees a booklet where they are able to take that booklet back to their desk and scroll through it and figure out, okay, yep, I forgot about that. Oh, okay, great. So we do have a page devoted to employee perks there where we talk about the Abenity site. We actually label it the U.S. Bank Discount Program. So employees know how to get out to the site. We have a registration code, and we make our employees use their their employee ID to register for the program. All right, so once you're registered on the site as a new employee, awesome, great. That's exactly what we wanted. We also advertise the U.S. Bank Discount Program about every 6 weeks on our intranet. So all of our employees, we have 67,000 employees across the country and beyond. All 67,000 employees have access to our intranet. That intranet has a main homepage, I'm sure like most of yours does, and about every 6 weeks we promote Abenity out on our intranet site. And it's a themed article. So that theme, during late summer or middle summer, we'll have a back to school theme, and we'll promote all of our various partners in the continuing education space. So different colleges and universities that we have partnerships with, or that Abenity has partnerships with, we'll have that type of article. In the late fall, we'll do a vacation type theme. So we'll be promoting those types of vendors. So it's about every 6 weeks that we run a promotional article on our intranet to promote the Abenity site to drive additional traffic. And we always include how they can log on to the site, where they're going to find it, and what they need to log into the site. What else? About 20 times a year, I also do a employee perks presentation. So as a financial institution, we do offer our products and services as a discount for our employees as well. That's not part of the Abenity program. That's a separate discount program that we have to manage internally. But I'll do a perks presentation where I'll highlight the banking discounts that employees can get and the discounts from Abenity that they can also receive. And that's, like I said, I do that about 20 times a year to various pockets of employees. So it might be a group out of California, or it might be a group out of Boston, or, it's just all over the place where I'll deliver these perk presentations. The first 20 minutes is about the banking discounts. The last 40 is really about the U.S. Bank Discount Program, the Abenity site. And I touch on the various partnerships that we have that are exclusive to U.S. Bank, like our cell phone discounts and our travel type discounts. But then I also get into some of the discounts that Abenity is sourced. And then if it is a group that's localized, so maybe it's San Francisco, If I'm talking to that group, I'll highlight various discounts that they can find in San Francisco. So I try to make it personalized, real to that employee. And every time I hold one of those perk presentations, I always get employees coming back with, oh, I never knew we had this benefit. No idea that Abenity offered these discounts. Our most popular discount, and probably with you guys as well, is the movie tickets that Abenity has sourced. I always touch on that, and employees just love that. I mean, that's probably what we do most here, is really try to personalize the discounts that they receive. So through those articles that we publish every 6 weeks, it's themed. So it's not just saying, hey, go out and check out all the discounts. It's making it real. It's giving examples of what we have out on the site, so employees know that, hey, I didn't know we could get a car rental discount or something along those lines, and drive that traffic to the site. And then it is doing these perk presentations, again, where I'm personalizing it and giving examples of the actual discounts that they receive by going out to the site and accessing the site. And then it is also engaging our new employees right away through that new employee orientation by highlighting one of the many perks that we have here at the bank. You might say, well, your engagement's so high because your employees probably stay on your program after they leave the bank, and that's not the case. We actually audit our program 3-4 times a year, where we pull off anybody that's registered on the site that's no longer an active employee. Some of our partnerships that we have require us to do that. They only want our discounts available to active U.S. Bank employees. So we do, we're pretty proud of the registration percentage that we have out there. We're at probably about 65%. We just went through and took off those non-active employees about a week ago. So right now we're at about 65%. But I'd love to hear any questions that you may have or comments. Maybe something's working well for you that I have no idea, and I'd love to learn from you as well.
Thank you so much, Bill. Guys, the question window is open. So if you would like to go ahead and submit some questions over, that would be fantastic. I can read them aloud.
Missy, did you have any questions or anything that you would like to add?
Well, I just learned so many new things that you guys do that I didn't even know about. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys that, what we're doing isn't anything special. It's really not all that time consuming. The new employee orientation stuff is, not delivered by me. It's just in the packet of stuff. And then the 6 weeks of articles, I mean, it's, again, not all that time consuming. It takes 10-15 minutes to throw it together and toss it out. And if you don't have an intranet, it's certainly something you could do via email. We have a pretty strong stance of not using email for soliciting employees. And then the perk presentations is probably the most time consuming thing, but it's an hour-long presentation that I do 20 times throughout the year. So it's 20 hours of my time over the course of a whole year. So again, not all that time consuming, and we do have a fairly large employee population of 67,000. So it's that 20 times a year isn't too bad.
Well, yeah. All right. We have a couple comments and questions coming in. One of our clients said you did a great job incorporating your internal perks with your national. Have you ever thought of leveraging a Abenity platform for your consumers?
Good question. At this point, probably not. Here's our challenge. Being a financial institution, Abenity is scrutinized to all heck when it comes to our third-party risk management process. So we are held to a very high standard of risk management, and if we were to wrap in customers into that ratchets up 100 times higher than what it is right now. It's something that we could probably explore, at a later date, but it's also something that I don't want to lose some exclusivity with our employees, though, too. This is one of the perks for working here. And while it'd be nice as a perk as a customer, um, we have challenges there. So I guess it's worth exploring, but not in the plans.
Yeah,
Good
I can
question.
see with a financial institution where that could be seen as a different type of solicitation and things like that, where you could get into some problems. We have another question. Did you call out or did you give out wallet cards or any type of giveaways? If so, did you think that that was a successful way to increase participation?
Another great question. And I'll tell you, my budget is near zero. So no, I didn't do any wallet cards. And we just try to do this via electronically as much as possible. Whether or not that would have an impact on engagement, it probably would. It would probably increase our percentage from 65 to 85 or 90. It's just, again, being a financial institution, we don't really have the dollars to spend on that.
Good question. Good question. Also, we have another question. How do you track actual usage of your benefit program?
All right, so another good question. I've actually, Abenity, they send me quarterly emails with, and I don't know, Missy, if I should be even, I don't know if you do this with all your clients or you're willing to, but Abenity sends me a quarterly report that shows how many views each category has received. They can't get too nitty-gritty on the actual offers, but they can say, hey, here's how many employees hit this particular category. And so we track category usage from employees. Whether or not they're taking advantage of certain offers, no idea. Yeah, I can tell you that they hit the movie category frequently. If they're actually accessing the AMC and buying those AMC, I don't know. Or you know, various other categories. We just get the category data, and then from a actual engagement standpoint, that is in the back office. It'll tell you how many employees are registered, and then I know how many employees we have, so we're able to determine how many employees, what percentage are registered.
Just to kind of piggyback on that, the different levels of account have different level of tracking abilities that are visible to them. It's a good segue. I believe that we will be adding in some new tracking abilities kind of at a coming soon. I don't know when that will be. I've just heard that that may be coming soon. So if or when that is announced, I will let everybody know, of course. But if you're curious at all about what your tracking abilities are in your discount program, please let me know. And if we can get you those monthly reports, then we can certainly try to set that up as well. So just let me know on a case-by-case basis if you're interested in that. And our client does thank you, Mr. Picha, for the answer that you had given.
Sure, my pleasure.
It's a great session. What has been the reaction of employees to the benefits of Abenity?
All right, so great question, and it's very positive. Our employees really appreciate the Abenity site. I receive a lot of positive feedback from employees, especially when I do these perk presentations. It's all tenured employees that are attending these perk presentations. So it might be somebody that's been on the job for a day to somebody that's been here for 25 years. No matter what that tenure is, they usually come back to me and say, I cannot believe it. I had no idea that U.S. Bank offered this to their employees. So it's been a very positive, positive reaction about the Abenity site.
Thank you so much, Bill. Does anybody else have any other questions? Oh, we got another one. What made life easier with Abenity?
Yeah, So with Abenity, it's really nice for me. So, okay, keep in mind, we're a financial institution. We're spread across the entire United States. We have customers, non-customers, what have you, constantly coming to us and say, hey, we want to offer your employees a discount. That's fine. What makes Abenity so great is that there's an email template that I shoot off to them and say, here's how it works. You're in control of the content. You can create the offer yourself and then manage the offer yourself. All I ask is that you have to have a discount. I don't want any free shipping stuff or anything like that. It has to be a true discount if you're going to put this out on the Abenity site. And this would be just exclusively for U.S. Bank employees. And so that I don't have to worry about adding those vendors on the site myself. All I do is make sure I double check their offer, make sure it's a legitimate offer. I make sure the organization is legitimate before we get them, or before I send them out that email. But that managing their offer, I don't have to worry about at all. And then I can have this one-stop shop where it's directing employees to one place, Abenity, for all of their discount, all their employee perk needs, I guess, including those partnerships that we've had created prior to Abenity as well. So long story short, it's made my life a lot easier.
Good answer. Okay, we have another one. And it's basically saying, how does Abenity compare to the other vendor that you were using?
Well, I wouldn't be with Abenity if they didn't compare favorably. Abenity is great. So Abenity just has they're just discounts. I don't know. Our employees, they want to go out to a site that they can find a discount, order what they want, get the discount, and be done with it. They don't want to deal with anything else. They don't want crazy points. They don't, and I know Abenity might have some points coming, but they just want something simple with the discounts. They're able to access this mobile on their mobile device, which the other place didn't have. It's zip code driven, and when you have 67,000 employees across the United States and beyond, you really need something that's local. You don't want all 289,000 offers in the view of all your employees, regardless of where they're located. So those were some of the benefits that that Abenity had over the other organization. Plus, you can't beat the customer service from Abenity. That is one thing at the other organization that we had. I had a new contact person about every 6 weeks. Made it really difficult to develop any sort of relationship or to understand that I was the customer and, here are the things that I want as a customer. They didn't really care. It's here's what we have, and either you fit that or you don't. Where Abenity has been really flexible there. I mean, heck, we just put check out these U.S. Bank exclusive offers and more section here weeks ago because it's something that, I thought we needed a little bit more visibility to. Other questions?
I love that answer, Bill. Okay, we got one more question. Can you update your U.S. Bank exclusive discounts? If so, is it simple for you to do?
Yeah, so the U.S. Bank exclusive offers, even though I'm sending an email to the vendors saying, hey, go upload your own offer, I'm in control of it. I can go out to their profiles and their offers and make any updates that I need to make. So, that's nice. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go in there, and if you'll see here, let's use Verizon as an example. Verizon offers U.S. Bank employees a 22% discount. I'm not going to go in there and say, hey, let's change it to 30, because that just won't work, right? So we allow Verizon to stay in control. But if they were to say, hey, you get a free, case with every phone purchase, and then they discontinue the the percentage discount, I can go into the offer and shut it down and say, you know what, that's not good enough. So I can remove that offer from our site. And that's what I really like about where I at least have some control.
And just to piggyback on that, if you are someone who wanted to enter your own discounts into the we have always have two ways of entering discounts in. So the vendor can do it. Actually, three ways. If you have our Managed Plus program, then we'll do it on your behalf, or you can have your vendor go out and do it. If you decide to do it yourself, that's an option for you. And then you could go out and tweak all of that as well. So the system is very, very flexible when it comes to updating exclusive discounts for your organization. Kind of everybody has an ability to go through and be real hands-on with that type of thing. Because we want to make sure that you find the discounts valuable as well, whether they're coming from us or they're coming from your vendors themselves. Alrighty, that gave us just enough time to get a few more questions. I think one of these is for me, and it says, can we advertise company events on the site? We do have one other organization that does add in company events under their custom category, and that's where what they'll use to highlight it. We also have where you can change out the banner located at the top of your page as well. So if you wanted that to advertise, if you had 3 or 4 different events and you want that to always be in front of the members, you can use that area as well. But yeah, we have some different areas and some different things where you can integrate that type of information into your perks and discounts should you want to. Feel free to reach out to me. We'll talk a little more in depth about those options. Another question is, what are the most used offers? I think that one's for you, Bill. I don't know if we can, I don't think we show data on that specifically, so that's a tough one.
I mean, I can tell you that just from our knowledge, we know, well, some of the offers that we have sourced are obviously going to be pretty engaging for our employees, like our cell phone discounts. We're also partnered with Learning Care Group. They're the second largest child care provider in the United States. They're able to provide us metrics. So it's metrics that are coming from the vendors. Those offers we know about, and from feedback that I hear from employees, movie tickets, that Abenity sources by far the most utilized discount that our employees are taking advantage of. They absolutely love the movie discounts.
I was actually going to say that too. From our perspective, there is a ton of movie tickets that are viewed and purchased and utilized through our discount program. Something about our discount program, if you don't know this already, is that we do tickets a little different than most do. So we purchase them from the vendors, and then we resell them at the cost that we receive them for to your members. So we have the lowest ticketing prices. We don't have any hidden taxes or fees. So you don't go to buy a purchase and a ticket and it shows at $7, and then you go to check out and it's like $10 or something because of all these different estimated taxes and fees and shipping and all this other stuff that are added on. Whatever you see the front end cost to be, that's what it's going to be out at checkout. While we're talking about movies, I can't help but to throw this out there. If you guys have not went to the recommendations tab in your discount program yet, you could do so. And then when you click that, there's going to be a movies button. You click that button. We have a new area that we've added, and if you haven't got a chance to attend one of the last webinars that covered that or saw it through email, it's really neat. And basically now you can go in there and you can see what movies are playing, which ones are coming soon. There's a lot of information. Watch trailers, read reviews, see what cinemas in your area within the zip code and radius that's set. There's a little gadget in there where you can change it and check out different movies in other areas. So basically anything you need to know about your movie going experience is now all inclusive in that area. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's pretty popular amongst our members. Everybody's really loving that new feature. I just have to let you know this actually was one of our clients' ideas is, oh, do you have somebody that we could talk to? And I ran that by our CEO and we both said, oh yeah, Bill. Bill's got it down pat.
Yeah, and certainly I'm available to talk to anyone that's on this webinar as well. So I'll give you my contact information if you want to reach out to me. Again, my name is Bill Picha. Last name is Picha. I'm with U.S. Bank. You can either email me, which would be william.picha, Picha, at usbank.com, or certainly give me a call. My phone number is area code 612-303-7678. So I'm happy to discuss. I'm a huge Abenity supporter. They're just such a great company to work for, or work with, I should say.
It's pretty okay working here too. It's actually fantastic to work here. I love this job. And we are at time, so I want to thank everyone so much for attending the webinar. I know that you guys all have super busy days, and sometimes it's really hard to take out one particular section of time to attend something. So I do appreciate that. Bill, I thank you so much for sharing some of your story with us. I'm super excited that you could be here, and I'm sure that this was very helpful for everybody that attended as well. Thank you, guys.